Well, hello everyone, this is the Mental Storyteller here, come to bring you, yes, you, another installation of Figmenters Crusade. So why don't we go? So why don't we begin? To recap, the Figmenter, the author, woke up in the, Ivy League school, and then he found himself face to face with Shit for Brains, his old soul's friend. So, anyway, let's go. We leave! Shit for Brains said with stress in his tone. Only hope there is a TV. There's a TV at work, they banned the electronic without get 5 days shut. When the 5 days shut down most, if not all. When a chick showed up on the web, all web and all signal went jack. So I'm sure someone already has something. Will Sam explain this? What's going on? And what I've heard. That at least before the strategy streets were dressed in red waters, and I've heard that all Europe was thinking about his beings. Not only could imagine as humans, no one could imagine as humans with wings, but not quite humans, angels, they said. Was it an angel? Was it an angel? Was it an angel? No.
No, us, I said bluntly. Not in the bloody least. Let's go, now.
We started to head down the river, flooded with a smell of metal, if not a penny smell. Our feet were getting drenched in red with clinged, while also being clinged by loose red and yellowing organ tissue. We stopped a few times to let your brains let out an unwelcome digestion tract. Again and again. Searching for the others if they haven't found us already. Suddenly we were heard screams of thousands. That's when we saw what I thought was angels. He said, but the feasted on flesh. Feasted on meat that formed blood around their mouths, hissing in with interest and anger together. We braced for an attack. I let go of my tired fists and came out the wires. It's been an long time, old friends, but now you may taste the blood again. Yes, you will. The enemy started to retract their wings. The females grabbed bows, the males grabbed their axes. But one male, grabbed 2 dual-sided sledgehammers. I'm guessing you're the commander. Kids, stay back. I don't want you dead on my damn conscience already. The person named Shifferbrains ran to what seemed like a cover, but was shot back as the seemingly stone lumps shattered to form a golem of stone. A golem of steel, walking slowly to our side. Now we have 3 leaders to their single squadron. I mumbled, then heard, "Make that 4." I heard as I turned my head and ducked just in time to avoid a blade from making contact with my neck. It was Hisuno. Well, that was great, but a simple watch out would have done wonders, but I know that's not you. I conversed with the hooded man known as Hisune. He said with praise, "Thanks. It's been a while. Welcome to the world of the living author. And who are these fine victims?" He said as he licked his blade, cutting a little piece of his tongue loose, chewing it, then swallowing. So on the lump.
Whoever they are, it has nothing to offer us now. What matters is the fight looming, turning back to the rogue figments. Thanks for waiting. Where were we? Oh yeah, introduction of you and your people. The airborne blunt weapon warrior that seemed to have had much battles in the past, but stood there and inclined to answer.
We are of our own forces. We do not work for any mortal. We are the enlighteners of truth. Who and what kingdom will you procure to ours?
He says with a stern form of anger. I said, we are from the realm Varson, and you are my first general of a target, so if you want to fight, we'll accept. If you want an alliance, we will also accept, at least when you are of use to us, at least for as long as you're used to us, that is.
We will accept your offer, but I wish to fight you and see if the rudeness you showed can be followed up in combat. So call off your clan, and I'll do the same for mine. I'm one of those few who will be nice to others. That is, if they're actually worth being spared. To draw your weapon that I sense inside your hand.
He then pointed to the cuts across my fingers. With pleasure, I said, letting go of my cut fists, freeing the thin blades of elasticity that were hungering for fresh blood to absorb. Throwing my arm back, the blades not far behind moved impatiently like a jittery maniac contemplating kill. He dropped to his feet, forming armor that resembled Spartacus's armor. Well now, you must be an imaginary person of what the person wanted to be. I said as I throw my arms forward and raise the wires. Freely charged this armored warrior assailant. He has little to no trouble dodging their blades and charges for the side. My mind told the wires to follow my fingers, because if they decided to try themselves their own way, they're screwed. They accepted the terms. Recoiling to my hand to get feeling of my movements. As was going on, I was forced to dodge the hammers. After 5 separate swipes, he got me with a bash to the face. I felt as though it was over, but the wires recognized the movements, even the regeneration command. 2 wires pierced my head, attaching to my brain, symbolizing a skull, keeping it from flying to the wall. My turn now. Keeping my thumbs to my skin to tell the thin wires to stay, to create a barrier on my head. I swing my arm forward as it was a blade itself, slashing with the wires, cutting everything in my path. Broken trees finally fallen to my blades. But he was a step ahead. He said, angrily screaming.
This is a bore. Just die!
I start tearing into my skin as he recoiled the hammers to his side. As I walked forward, I heard Hitsune say, What is he doing? What are you doing? You gotta die, damn it! As he began to attempt to save or protect me, but was stopped by Stone, speaking in a moaning tone.
He has a plan. As he always does. Give him a chance, please.
I said to the stone golem. Thanks, Stone. Hold him for a bit. As the sledgehammer was a foot away from my head, I released my hand, with a scissor motion. The wires wrapped around the armor, with 2 around the hammer and 1 around the neck. He freezes. I laugh and shout.
So you are at... So we are at an impasse, eh? Good, and I do hope your creator wasn't aggressive to you, and your next action will answer both your questions.
He only responds with pain-stricken cough. Releasing both hammers and dropped to his knees. He says,
Kill me! I would rather die than accept trust for a freak like you. Kill me!
Ah, suicidal sociopath. Suicidal psychopath, eh? You aren't his helper, you were his motivation. His want to become something. But you're also his motivation to die in the end.
Yes, now kill me before I order my forces to kill you.
He said as a hand was raised, as a prepared to fire order.
What's it going to be?
Only the simple yet idolized quote.
Would he want this of you? Would he want this of you?
The one who he deemed his want to become something. I know he didn't kill himself. He got run over, that's as far as I can tell. I saw it on the news way back when. Seconds after question is, would he want this of you? Answer me that. I questioned him. He dropped his head. Dropped his hand to the ground, looking... He dropped his head to the ground, looking side to side, thinking... I believe 1 minute... 1 minute later.
Answer me. Would he want the death of you, yes or no?
He looked up with a blank expression, but was broken with a single tear. I thought so. Razor wires retract. With those words, the wrapped blades released and circled around my arm, seeping through the skin. Reconnect my bone. My skull reformed during that moment. The question, and with one more twitch. My neck and skull connected. Went reattached. Turning my back to the now weak warrior, I heard a sound.
Wait!
I let out a sigh, turning back to the tearing soul.
I accept, but please allow me to be of your commander.
I say with intrigue.
Well, the more the merrier, but I still am needing to be cautious of you, considering you are of your own commands for now. So be it. If I am to be destined to you, I will let you be concerned. Let's go, for we are now taking orders from this man.
Call me Arthur. Well, let's go. We have a lot of ground to make up. As we continue, I said, to search for the other 2 members, I now notice the land is resembling a little of arson that I know and loved. Wrecked structures molded together with rotten bodies and filth of toxic waste that resembled a moldy bread dissolved into... Well, can we actually move on? We'll explain that later.
Well, hello everyone. That was
the end of Section 1, Chapter 1 of North America Takeover. Thank you very much. Figmenters Crusade will be coming right back on Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this voice.
And remember, would they want you to surrender?
I'll be back.
See you next time.